Hello, all. Very good morning. The topic for today is multi-channel support and time tracking with Zoho Desk. And as the name suggests, this workshop is going to be powered by Zoho Desk. And just before we start, please ensure that you have signed into your Zoho account if you wish to mirror our actions. And you may need admin privilege to access certain features within Zoho Desk. And please do not experiment with any of the existing settings. If you wish to try something out, if you wish to test something, do create a test instance and then experiment in that particular instance alone. And the agenda for today is a quick overview of the session, followed by the hands-on, and finally a recap by Anjana before she wraps up the session. That's it from me. Thank you all so much for your patience. Let me now welcome Srihari to take the session forward. Srihari, the virtual stage is all yours.
Thank you, John, and good morning, everybody. I earnestly hope that you all are keeping safe. I would like to begin this session with an excerpt that I read in an article some time ago, whose title I vaguely remember, but the article says this: nearly 70% of customers who stop doing business with a specific brand feel that it was due to poor customer experience. I believe you would agree with me. It is not just about winning your business, retaining your customer is as important as winning your business. So, when we think of setting up a perfect support system for your support operation, we might have to take the following points into consideration. So, what are those points? Does the support tool that you're looking for has the capability to support both traditional and modern ways of customer communication? Secondly, it is also important to make sure that the tool that you're looking for has the ability to gauge the time your agent spends on ticket. To address these two questions, I would be speaking on multi-channel support and time tracking with Zoho Desk. Um, let's first look into the multi-channel support perspective of Zoho Desk. Zoho Desk is multi-channel. I believe many of you would agree with me. A good seamless customer experience is not about you defining a specified channel and forcing all your customers to reach out to you through that channel alone. How magnanimous it would be if your customers can choose the kind of channel through which they can seek support from you. And that is the reason why Zoho Desk has multiple channels through which your customers shall reach out to you. In this session today, I would be primarily speaking on the administrator level privileges that could be set up on Help Center. Since in the last two sessions, in the previous two sessions, we have discussed much about the basics of Help Center. Today, I would be detailing on the administrative privileges of the Help Center. Secondly, I would be speaking about the chat functionality with Zoho Desk, and also I'd be speaking about the community functionality in Zoho Desk. And also, I would be giving you an overview of the email and social channel in Zoho Desk. So this is the agenda for the first part of the session. So let me quickly begin the session. So the first channel for discussion today is email. Email is one of the traditional yet common medium of support even today. When your support mailbox is coupled with Zoho Desk, it can act as an effective medium of communication for your organization as well as your customers. I believe if you are running a support process right now, you would be using a specific support mailbox. So, what we could do right here is that we could make sure that the emails coming to your support mailbox can be automatically pushed as tickets in a specific department of Zoho Desk. If you have been using Zoho Desk for a while, you would know that every department in Zoho Desk would have a support email address. Once we configure an email forwarding from your support mailbox to the support email address of Zoho Desk, every time your customers drops an email, this automated email forwarding would create a ticket in Zoho Desk. So how are we going to configure this email forwarding? Uh, for now, I've taken G Suite as an example. No matter what email service you're using, you would have an option to do an email forwarding from the mailbox, from the support mailbox that you are using. So as you could see the screen, I have copied the default support email address of Zoho Desk of a specific department and have them added as a forwarding address. So as I hit on next, uh, the email service that you're using would send out an authentication email to your Zoho Desk as a ticket. So this authentication email would contain a code. You will have to copy the verification code and have it pasted on the email service that you are using so that next time your customers drop an email to your support mailbox, it is automatically created as a ticket in Zoho Desk with a unique ticket identification number. So this is how you would be able to set up or couple your support mailbox with the support mail address of Zoho Desk so that the tickets are created on a specific department. So this is the primary details we might need to know about the email channel. So the next channel that I would like to discuss, before doing so, before going to the next channel, I would like to give you a small information. Whenever a customer drops an email to you for the first time, based on the email address from which the customer drops a ticket, Zoho Desk automatically creates a contact from that email address. So it is not that you will have to manually create your contacts or manually import your contacts into Zoho Desk system. This functionality or this default engineering in Zoho Desk can automatically create customers based on their email addresses. So if you are trying to set up your Zoho Desk system, this is something primarily you need to know or you must know before setting it up. So before speaking about the next channel, I would like to give you a use case and align that use case with the specific channel that I'm going to speak right now. Let us consider that there is a mobile company that manufactures and sells mobile to its customer. It has one of its customers who isn't tech savvy, and that customer is looking to know as to how he shall restart his mobile phone. And what this customer does initially is he looks for some solution online. However, he wasn't able to find anything that is relevant to restarting his mobile phone. Secondly, he chooses the traditional medium of support. That is, he calls the helpline and the helpline goes attended forever. Thirdly, the customer chooses to drop out an email to the support mail address and the ticket goes unresponded for over 2 days. Let's just assume this. A customer has reached out to 3 support channels and it's been 2 days for one simple question and zero resolution. So 3 support channel, 2 days, one simple question and zero resolution. All you have right now is a super frustrated customer. How are we going to handle this case? If you could remember this scenario, initially, even before reaching out to support through telephony or even before dropping an email, the customer was looking for help online. If he had found relevant documentation and articles at the very first hand, he would neither reached out to support nor dropped an email. So which means that it is important for your organization to have good knowledge base articles so that customers who seek help for repeatedly asked questions or simple questions can, or how to do questions, can have their questions answered online even without reaching out to the support. And it is said nearly 30 to 35% of the tickets or the requests of your customers coming to Zoho Desk can be reduced if you have a good knowledge base set for your organization. So where would you find this knowledge base? In Zoho Desk. Knowledge base is very well part of the help center of your Zoho Desk. So before speaking in detail about knowledge base, I would like to first speak about the admin level privileges that you could set as an administrator on the help center, and then discuss about the knowledge base. So as I told you, we are going to now discuss about the help center in Zoho Desk. So to access the help center in Zoho Desk, you will have to click on the setup icon on the top right corner of your Zoho Desk screen. Underneath channels, you would find help center. And under help center, you could hit on the access setting to access your help center. So now let me go to my Zoho Desk. So as I hit on the setup icon on the top right corner, underneath channels, I would find my help center. So this is my help center, and I'm hitting on the access setting on the right hand side of the screen. And this is how the different permissions in my help centers would look. So for those who are new to Zoho Desk, or for those who are attending this session for the first time, for your information, Help Center is a customer portal using which your customers will be able to submit a ticket, see their status of their existing ticket, study the knowledge-based articles, and also collaborate and participate on community forums. So this is the main purpose of a help center. So now let's look into the admin level privileges that you could set up as an administrator on Zoho Desk. So as you could see the screen, this is how your help center URL would look. And this URL can be very well customized, and that is how your help center would look. So as an administrator, you should know that this specific URL is public. That is, anyone who have access to this URL would be able to sign up themselves to the help center. If you feel that you do not want everyone to sign up to the help center, and if you feel that this sign up option needs to be disabled on the help center, then you could choose to disable this option that says customer can sign up for the help center. If this toggle is disabled, it will ensure that your customer would no longer be able to see the sign up option to initially register themselves or create an account with your help center. And the second admin level permission that you might have to look into is this. Moderate customer signups in your help center. Remember, this help center is going to be public. And anytime a sign up is made on your help center, assuming a sign up is made on your help center, and if you feel that there are chances that there could be a lot of illegitimate requests or spam signups hitting up your help center, if you feel that there should be a level of moderation on every sign up made on your help center, then you shall choose to enable this toggle. If this toggle is enabled, it will ensure that every time your customer makes a sign up on your help center, it would come to your moderation. And once you approve it, they would be able to set up their account on the help center of Zoho Desk. So the next question that might naturally pop up your mind as to which agent in your organization would be able to approve these signups. To answer this question, we will have to look into the profile settings of your Zoho Desk. As you hit on the setup icon on the top right corner, Underneath users and controls, we have this option called permissions. And now on the left hand side of the screen, you'd have this option called profiles. So every agent in your organization will be associated to a role and a profile. So you will have to choose the profile of an agent and make sure that this approve end user sign up option, the one that I'm showing you right here, the approve end user sign up option is enabled. So this will ensure that for all the profiles with which this specific option is enabled, those agents will have access to review, moderate, and either approve or disapprove every customer sign up that is happening on your help center. So now let's go back to the help center and look the next admin level permission that you could set on the help center. Customers can view the ticket of other users in their account. What does that mean? Does it mean all your customers who are no way related to one another would be able to see the ticket of others? No, that is not the case. Let's assume that there are two customers who belong to the same organization. If you feel that these two customers must have the privilege of the must have the privilege to see the tickets raised by their counterparts, you can choose to have this option enabled. In terms of Zoho Desk, two customers belonging to the same account will be able to see the tickets of one another. So this is all about the customer can view the ticket of other users. And next comes the customer must register to access Help Center. If this option is enabled, it will ensure that only if your customer signs into your Help Center, they would be able to access any feature underneath it. And also, you could, if you feel that your customer must sign in to submit a ticket, you shall have this toggle enabled so that only the signed in customer can submit a ticket. Assuming if this option is disabled, anybody who has access to your help center can submit a ticket with the help of their email address. And we have another option that speaks of displaying community in help center. Though we are going to discuss community channels separately, the community is an intrinsic part or an integral part of your help center. As you could see here, you will have a community tab here underneath which you will have your community forums. So if you feel that this community needs to be disabled, or if this community is something that is not relevant for your business, or if this is something, or if it is an area that you're looking to address in future, you shall choose to have this community tab disabled on your help center so that you could configure it later. So these are the basic admin level settings that you might need to know as an administrator before setting up your help center. So this is all about the help center. So the next topic that I would like to discuss is the knowledge base functionality within Zoho Desk. So as to how we can create knowledge base articles. So as you could see the top pane of your screen, you would have a module called knowledge. So as you hit on knowledge, it would open up a screen that would show a list of articles that you have already created. In order to create a new article, you could come here and hit on the add option on the top pane, wherein you could come here, give a title for your article, type the content of your article in the description beneath it. And also, if you already have articles in your files, you could also choose to import that article either from your desktop and also from your cloud, so that the entire content is parsed and an article is created. Once these articles are created, you could further set up article level permissions. For every article that you create in your Zoho desk, you can make sure that if that article um, must be accessed just by the agents within the organization, or just the registered users who sign into Zoho Desk Help Center, or all users who have access to the Help Center. So based on the display permission that you set up here, your customers would be able to access that specific article on your Help Center. So once you hit on publish, these articles would be displayed on the Help Center of your Zoho Desk. Now, let me go into the Help Center of Zoho Desk and show you as to how these different article looks on the Help Center. So I'm coming here back to the Help Center, and now I'm going to sign in as a customer. I'm just giving my email address. So I'm now signed into the Help Center of my Zoho Desk as a customer. Now I hit a knowledge base. I would be able to see the list of articles that's being created in the different departments of my Help Center. So I could see here each of the department and different articles that has been authored in each of these departments. So this is how your help center would look. And as you click on any of these articles, you'd be able to see the entire article content. And also you'd be able to see the related articles on the right hand side of your screen. And also you could search the articles if needed. Your customers could search the articles if needed to quickly parse the results. So this is how we create knowledge base, publish them, and set up article level permission on these knowledge base. So this is all about the knowledge base in Zoho Desk. So the next channel that I would like to discuss today is community. So what is community in Zoho Desk? Community is one of the prominent medium of support channels in Zoho Desk. Ideally, a community is a public forum where you will have community of people who share similar interest, who share mutual interest, and share their ideas about your business process, or the features that you would release in future, or whatsoever. So basically, this community would have customers who seek help, customers who help other customers, partners who help your customers, and also you could use community as a forum of making announcement and starting discussions. Let's say that you're going to launch a new process or a new business, or even a new feature in future. You shall choose to make an announcement in this community forum, so that all your customers shall have access to it, and they shall also share their ideas about the updates in your business. If you are looking to make your support process more democratic, you can make use of the community channel with the Zoho Desk Help Center. So now let's quickly see as to how you could set up community. Before setting up community, I will explain you the anatomy of community. So I'm going back. As I hit on the setup icon on the top right corner, underneath channels, I would find community. And again, for your information, though community is discussed as a separate channel, that is something, an integral part of your help center. So this is how your community would look. So before going there, I shall explain you the anatomy of community. If you could see the screen right now, you will see a list of categories. So what are these categories? Every time you create a department in Zoho Desk, a category for that department would be created under community. So every department in your Zoho Desk is a category in community. Underneath category, you could create subcategories or forums. So on these forums, your customers can make posts. So categories, forum, customers post. So this is the anatomy of your community. To give you a real life example, let us consider that Zoho One support is a category. Under the Zoho One support category, as an administrator, you could create multiple forums like Zoho CRM, Zoho Desk, Zoho Sales IQ, Zoho Analytics, Zoho Forms, and so on. So once you create these categories, customer who seek help on for these different products would go to the specific forum and make a post on it. So this is how you can very well organize your community in your Zoho Desk. So now we have understood the anatomy of community. I would now explain you the features or the permissions that you could set up as an administrator to the different categories in your community. So as I hover the mouse on these different categories, I would be able to see this log icon on the right hand side of the screen. So let's assume that you have created a specific category, and if it has been active for a while, and if you feel that there should be no discussions on the specific category from now on, you shall choose to lock the category. So this will make sure that your customers cannot make any new post on the locked category. However, they would be able to see the previous collaboration and posts that were made on the specific category earlier. If you feel that a category need not be visible on your help center, you shall choose to have that specific category disabled. Now, when I hit on edit on one of the categories, I would be able to see the department with which this category is associated to. So as I was explaining earlier, a department is equal to a category. So you could give a name if you feel that this is irrelevant, and if you're trying to rename the category name, you can have that done. And beneath it, you could also set the visibility permission for your category. So you can set up if this category has to be accessed by all users, or just logged in users, or it has to remain private. So based on your requirement, you can have a visibility set on each of these categories. And beneath which you would find this option called moderation. What does this mean? As you know that your customers will have a free hand of making posts on your community, there could be chances that certain spams or certain irrelevant posts might hit your community. In order to have a review on every post made on your community, you can have the moderation enabled. So if it is set to none, then none of the posts made by your customers will come to moderation. If the moderation is set to first post only, let's say I'm a customer on your help center and I make a post for the first time, only that post would come to your moderation. Once you approve it, from now on, I would be able to make as many posts without any moderation. And thirdly comes all post. If you feel that every post made by every customer in this specific category needs to be moderated, you can have it set on all post. And you could also set the list of moderators as to who will be moderating these community posts. And also, at the end of the day, from all these channels, we shall have tickets created in the ticket module of Zoho Desk. Be it help center, be it your email channel, or be it your community. From all these different platforms, you shall have tickets created in your Zoho Desk to do a further follow-up. So if you have this option that says auto convert forum posts into ticket, this will ensure that every forum post is created as a ticket in your Zoho Desk. So these are the different features that you might need to know while setting up your community. So now let me go to the help center and show you as to how a community would look on your customer's perspective or your customer's view. So this is how a community would look to your customers, wherein you have a post and the relevant discussions on the post address a comment beneath it one after the another. Um, Let me again go back to community. Let's say that I'm going to add a post. I can come here, I can hit on add topic as a customer, and I could choose what I'm going to post right now. It is about, I can start a discussion as a customer. I can ask my questions as a customer. I can propose an idea as a customer. I can report a problem as a customer. I would be able to do these different activities as a customer using this community post. So say I'm going to propose an idea, say for a feature request or anything. So I come here, I would say that I have an idea. So if you could see here, as I keep typing the title of the post, I would see the relevant articles that is created on the knowledge base populated on the right hand side of the screen. And this is what I was telling you earlier. If you have a good knowledge base, even before this customer reaches out to you, if he could find the relevant information from your knowledge base, he would not even be making this community post. So I have an idea for business, and as a customer I could like type in my discussion, and I could choose the category and the subcategory. So I could choose which subcategory it is. So linking this with a real-time example that I told you earlier. So Zoho 1 would be a category, and the different applications under Zoho 1 would be a subcategory. So if I now have questions on Zoho Desk, I would choose Zoho Desk as a category and make my post. So as I hit on post, now as a customer, this post is now made public, and all your customers who are signed into your help center will have access to this post now. And the other customers could further come here and do a collaboration right away from here. So this is how you would be able to set up your community and make it as a channel of discussion and collaboration for your customers. And also, as an organization, if you are trying to make an announcement, you could come here to your Zoho Desk, and you could come here to the community of channel here, and you could hit on the plus icon on the top right corner, and you could choose a title for it. Let's say you're going to make an announcement. You can mark it as announcement, give a title that a new feature release next quarter, or anything. It could be anything. You could make an announcement like this and give your description here, and publish it, so that this announcement that you make as an organization will be available on your help center. So this is how you could build your community, and you can share your ideas to your customers. So this is all about community. And the next channel that I'm looking to discuss today is the chat channel. So chat channel, speaking of the chat channel, it comes with a lot of benefits. You can ensure that your agents are more productive. As an administrator, in administrator point of view, your agent becomes more productive by handling multiple chats at the same time. And in customers point of view, you can ensure that your customers go happy as their questions are replied instantly. Okay, so these are the major benefits or perks that you get when you make use of the chat channel. So let me go to Zoho Desk and explain you how this chat channel works. So I'm going back to the Zoho Desk Help Center. As I hit on the setup icon on the top right corner, underneath channels, I would find chat. So as you could see here, you would find the code. For your information, long back, the chat widget that you find here is the code that we have in Sales IQ. So the chat that appears on your Zoho desk is of the chat that we already have in Zoho Sales IQ. So once you have this code embedded on your website, you will have a chat widget appearing on your website using which your customers can chat with you. And beneath it, you could select the different departments that has to be associated to this chat widget, and also different agents responsible for handling these chats in these different departments. So if you could see, in each of the departments you would have an option to add other agents, so you could associate these agents to the chat channel of a specific department so that they would be able to handle the chats. As I was telling you earlier, the chat settings that you see here, or the chat code that you see here, is that of the code in Sales IQ. To substantiate it, if I hit on advanced settings, you would be able to see that the system automatically redirects me to the Sales IQ. So any customization that you're looking to do with respect to the chat widget has to be done on your Sales IQ, be it the chat window or the chat widget, its appearance, its content, all these customization has to be done for a chat widget on Sales IQ. Now, when I go to my website, this is how the chat would ideally look. And we would also have options to if you feel that this chat widget has to be positioned in a different place, you could come to Sales IQ and you could choose a different position for the chat. As I choose these different tabs, you would be able to see as to how the chat widget on the right is aligning itself. So all such customization can be done on Sales IQ. So now, as a customer, I'm going to initiate a chat and I'm going to show you how you'd be able to attend chats from your Zoho Desk interface. So as I hit and I start a conversation, and now when I come to Zoho Desk, I'd be able to see notification popping out both on Zoho Desk as well as Sales IQ. So no matter in what interface I am in, I could choose to attend these chats. If I hit on accept, as an agent, I would further be able to jump in a conversation with my customers and address his questions instantly. So this is how the chat functionality with the Zoho Desk works. And so let's go ahead for the next channel. The next channel that I would like to discuss is the ASAP channel. So what is this ASAP? Uh, I believe you would now all know as to how the help center in Zoho Desk works. But in order to access the help center of Zoho Desk, you might have to click on the URL to access the help center. Let's say that if your customers are visiting your website and if you feel your customers should be able to access your help center from within the interface or iframe of your website, you can make use of this ASAP feature. That is, your entire help center will be available as a web add-on within your website. So anytime if your customers needs to study an article, he need not have to type a long URL and go into the URL to access it. That would be readily available to the customer within your website. To just show you how this ASAP has to be configured, as we hit on the setup icon on the top right corner, underneath channels, you'd find this option called ASAP. So as you go to ASAP, you would now be able to create a web add-on. So as you hit on a web add-on, you'd be able to create add-ons like this. And as you hit on any one of the add-ons, you would be able to see the different tabs that would be available on your web add-on. So to show you that that your ASAP is similar to your help center, you would be able to see all different tabs that are available on your help center also shown on your web add-on. So all you need to do right now is to copy the script of your web add-on, of your ASAP web add-on, and have it pasted on your website. So once you have it pasted on your website, you would be able to see the web add-on something like this. So within your website, you would be able to see all the features available on the help center, like the home page. You could submit a ticket, you could read knowledge base articles, and also you could see community post. So all the activities that you could do on a web add-on would be available within your website. So this is all about the ASAP feature in Zoho Desk. So the last prominent channel that I would like to discuss is the social channel. Nowadays, the social media has become a platform of escalations. Let's say you are active on your Twitter and Facebook, you would be able to see a lot of your customers either hitting your page in case of any emergency, or you could also see some at mentions at you, or also your customers make some inquiry. There are chances that they could hit your social handle. And if you are looking to convert these social handle requests as a ticket in Zoho Desk, you would be able to integrate your Twitter and Facebook accounts or pages with your Zoho Desk account. Once this is integrated, every time your customers make a post, the post will be automatically created as a ticket in Zoho Desk. And same way is for Twitter. If your customers at mention you on a post, and if you feel that it has to be automatically converted as a ticket and it has to be moved to a specific department, we shall very well configure that. So once you click on the setup, channel, and social, you'd be able to see the different configurations that you could do with respect to your social channel. And also, if your customer sends you a private message on Messenger, you can choose to have these messages automatically created as tickets. And it doesn't stop with creating tickets. If you feel that you might have to reply to these posts and messages right away from Zoho Desk interface, once this integration is done, you would find this module called social. So from within the interface of your Zoho Desk, you would be able to reply to the post that is made on your social handles. So this is how you could effectively use Zoho Desk when it is coupled with your social channels. So this is all about the channels that I wanted to discuss today. And the next feature that we are going to speak about for next few minutes is the time tracking feature in Zoho Desk. Do you offer paid support services, and are you looking to invoice your customers? Are you also looking to track the productivity of your agents? Then the time tracking is a never miss feature in Zoho Desk. I'll explain you as to how you could configure the time tracking functionality in Zoho Desk and implement that as a part of your business. So I'm now back to Zoho Desk. When I hit on the setup icon on the top right corner, underneath customization, I would find time tracking. So ideally, there are certain features in Zoho Desk that are department specific. So time tracking feature is one among them. So you could choose to track the time that your agents spend on a ticket, either manually or automatically. So once this time is tracked, you will be able to bill your customers based on the time as a metric. So let's see as to how you could manually and then automatically track time that your agents work on a ticket and also invoice your customer. So now let's first discuss about the manual time tracking. I have set the time tracking as manual. As you could see the screen, it is set as manual, which means that when your agents open a ticket, they might have to manually start the timer, and beneath which you could set up billing preferences. As I told you earlier, at the end of the day, you're going to invoice your customers for the time that your agents have spent for them on their tickets. So in that case, it is important for you to define the different rates that it has to take and the system has to calculate before creating an invoice, right? So to address this, you could choose to set up rates for the different agents working in your organization. As you could see, the drop down here, you would be able to bill your customers based on specific cost per agent, or fixed cost for all agents, or specific cost per profile. Based on any of these parameters, you could define the billing preference for this specific department. So as you could see here right now, I have chosen specific cost per agent. That is, there would be different cost for different agents working in this specific department. Let's say I choose a specific agent. I can give the cost per hour here and hit on save. So based on the time that this specific agent works for a specific ticket, the system automatically calculates this time. Let me show you how this manual tracking works. So now I'm going to go back to a specific ticket in my Zoho Desk. Let's say I open this ticket. Remember, we are going to do a manual tracking right now. On the top pane of the screen, you'll be able to see a timer. You will have to manually hit on this timer for the system to start its calculation. So as an agent, when I start working on this ticket, I would hit on this timer. The timer would keep running. And I request you to notice this time entry right now. As I hit on stop and save timer, I'd be able to see a time entry that gets added automatically in my Zoho Desk. So if you could see here, it would show you the name of the agent who added the time entry, the total time they spent, and also it automatically shows the cost for it. And right away from here, you could choose to select the time entry and create an invoice for this specific customer right away from your Zoho Desk. For this to happen, you will have to make sure that you have integrated your Zoho Desk either with Zoho Books or Zoho Invoice. So right away from your Zoho Desk interface, you could create an invoice and send the invoice out to your customer. So this is how we manually track times. If you are looking to do an automated time tracking, you could have the time tracking set as automatic, and you could choose on what different actions the system has to automatically track time. If you could see here, we would have a number of options like reply, manual drafts, adding a comment, adding resolution. So on these different specific actions, the time is tracked and the corresponding time entry is added. Also, beneath it, in an administrator point of view, If you feel that if an agent remains idle for over 30 seconds, the timer has to be automatically paused. You can have this option enabled. And also, if you feel that your agents need not know about a timer like this running in the backend, you could also choose to hide the timer for your agents. By this way, you could set up different admin level permissions for the tickets in your organization. So when I go back to my Zoho desk right now, so let me open this ticket again. So as you could see, as I've entered this ticket, the system has automatically started the time tracking. I have not manually entered anything or I have not manually started any timers, but the system by itself would start time tracking the moment I enter it. And as let's say that I add a comment here, um, the timer would be automatically added here, as you could see on the screen. So a time entry is automatically added and it would show the action that I have made. So again, right away from here, you could choose to create invoices for your customer. So this is how you can configure time tracking, track the time, and bill or invoice your customers right away from your Zoho Desk interface. So if you are looking to replicate the same in your instance, let me pause for a minute so that you could try the same in your environment. You will have to hit on the setup icon on the top right corner. Underneath customization, you would find this option called time tracking. The time tracking feature is department specific. You could choose a specific department on which this time tracking has to be configured. The time tracking can be either manual or automatic. Based on your business preference, you shall choose to set the time tracking as either manual or automatic. Beneath which, we further provide you certain administrative level privileges that you can configure. If you feel that the timer has to be paused if the agent remains idle for over 30 seconds, then you can enable the option. And also, if you feel that this timer has to be hidden from your agents, you can have it hidden. And this option would be available only if you go for automated time tracking. Because with the manual time tracking, your agent might have to manually start, stop, and save the timer. Beneath which you could also set up billing preferences. So you could have it set as cost per agent or cost per profile or specific cost for all agents or whatsoever. So this is how you could set up the time tracking for your organization. I believe you were all able to set up a time tracking for your organization. So yes, that's all for today. So over to you, Anjana, and thank you all.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Srihari, for giving us the really a great session, I would say. I'm sure many of us would have found this session pretty very useful as well. So jumping into the recap as well. So as Srihari, he gave us a really good introduction on the multi-channel support where he differentiated between the chat functionality and community functionality as well. Furthermore, he spoke about the email. So where he also explained how it works on Zoho Desk. And further, he explained us about the help desk where it can actually rescue whenever during your crisis time as well. And later, he also explained on chat, social, ASAP, how it exactly makes your job easier with Zoho Desk. And finally, he gave us a very brief on the time tracking where each agents or each department, how long they would take in each ticket, where it will be very useful for you to create an invoice according based on the time tracking. Nothing pops at the moment, not a problem at all. You can also email us at support@zohodesk.com. We are available 24 into 5, where again, our product experts will be available to answer all your queries through email. I once again take this opportunity on behalf of Zoho team. Please stay safe, take care. Thank you.